Hi there, this is Lisa Princik, and today I want to talk to you about your impact as an entrepreneur. And I want to help you figure out what that is and why it's so important, and also how to measure it. And the reason for this is because it's going to make your life and your business so much easier to run when you know this. I mean, imagine being able to meet or even exceed your goals. How often does that happen? Not often enough. And so that's what I want to help you with. So what is impact? I mean, impact is this idealistic, awesome thing that you can probably remember having back in school or when you're in different programs or around really inspiring people, and you think about what you want to create in the world and in this lifetime of yours. And it's probably what got you started on the business that you are in right now. The challenge is that now you're probably overwhelmed and tired and worried about the revenue that you want to create so desperately, and you've lost sight of everything that got you started in the first place. But now's the time where more than ever you need to figure out what that impact is that you want to make, because knowing that is going to actually set you up to do so. And when you lose sight of that, you actually start getting off on different tangents that aren't going to lead you to where you need to go. Here are a couple of examples of how knowing what your impact that you want to create is going to really make a big difference for you. One example is actually an example that may not be leading you in the right direction. So if you were to set a goal, say for example, you throw out a figure that you'd like to earn. So maybe you want to make $1 million. Maybe you want to make $150,000 even. You think, well, that's not a huge deal. Other people in my industry are making that. The challenge is that really motivating you? Because if you're at that place where you're not near either of those marks, are you willing to give up a lot of your time and your energy and time with friends and family and activities that you love in order to drive yourself there? Because if money isn't the big impact that you want to make, then you are probably not setting yourself up for what you're really realistically willing to do. It's okay to make a certain amount less than that. If you're running a lifestyle business and you really want the lifestyle right now, it might not be time to ramp up to bigger potential, or it might be. But knowing what that impact that you want to make in the world at this time of your life is going to really guide you. So here's an example of my own on how knowing what impact I want to make has really influenced how I'm doing things. I realized that I really like having a personal connection with people. For sure, I could get out there and try to affect hundreds of thousands of people, and I would have no problem doing that. But if I don't have a personal connection in a deeper way, and I can't see the impact that I'm creating for people, then it doesn't have the same motivation for me. I love to see people grow and shift, and I like to see the results of my work with them and who that's affecting in their life and how that's affecting their business. That's really exciting for me. Knowing that has really helped me to shape my programs and my continued work with some of my best clients over and over again, because I have created what I have my programs and services around that, knowing around the impact that I really value. So that's an example of how knowing that can really help shape the direction of your business in a way that suits you. So how do you do this? Firstly, ask yourself, what are you really setting out to do? How do you want to show up in the world? And why did you choose the path that you did? The particular business, the particular industry? What about the way that you're doing it? Given that there's probably examples in your industry of people doing it really broadly, really more narrow and high end versus, lower impact on more people. Why did you choose this path? And what is the value that you're creating for yourself in this path that you've chosen? And what is the value that you've created for others? Because business is all about an exchange of value. And when you start thinking about the value you're creating for others, you are creating that business model that has an exchange of value. And that's really important. So ask yourself those questions. Think really deeply about what what the answers are, and then think about how do you let the answers to those questions about the impact that you want to make into your business, your day-to-day activities, and not only that, but how do they inform the big picture? Because the big picture is when shift is going to happen. So to summarize today, think about the impact, think deeply about the impact that you want to make, and figure out a way to measure it in a way that accurately captures the value that you want to create in the world and the value of doing this that has on your life. That's going to make all the difference in actually helping you meet and achieve and even exceed your goals, which is going to do more for you than trying to push yourself in a direction that doesn't have meaning for you. I would really love to hear from you. What impact do you want to make? What is that ideal that you had in the first place that you feel disconnected from, or maybe you are reconnecting to? I'd love to hear what that is. And how do you think you can measure it in a better way than you are right now? And finally, if you know somebody who's not quite living up to their potential, you believe in them and you know they have something really amazing to contribute to the world and they're just not connected to that at the moment, then please share this video with them so that they can do even more of what they do best and have a greater impact in the world as well. I'll look forward to your comments and see you next time.